Once you've edited your podcast episodes and you're ready to put them out there, how do you actually distribute them in places where people can listen? How do you get them off your computer and into places where people can subscribe to your show, listen, and share it? So you're going to need what's called a podcast hosting platform. In the same way that when you set up a website, you need a web hosting platform, a company that will store your website on a server somewhere and then make it available to internet traffic. You need a company that will store your podcast episodes and then distribute new episodes out to directories and apps like Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And the podcast host that I use, that I recommend, is Buzzsprout. It's by far the easiest to use, has the best feature set that I have found for branded podcasts, and is relatively inexpensive as well. So you're not paying an arm and a leg to store your audio files. And you can start on a free plan as well if you're just dipping your toe into it. They have a free plan to get started. And Buzzsprout also has lots of guides and tutorials for getting set up and getting started, entering all the details, uploading your artwork, getting distributed in those different apps and directories. They have some great tutorials. And then also, if you're gonna get into YouTube, you wanna create a YouTube channel for your company. So remember before where we talked about the name of your podcast doesn't also need the name of your company in it? For your YouTube channel, you want the name of your YouTube channel to be your company, or the name of your podcast. If it's a branded podcast, put your name if it's your personal brand. And so if it's, I'm trying to grow Travis Albritton, then the YouTube channel would be Travis Albritton, and the videos on there would be from whatever the podcast is that I'm producing. But if I want it to be for my podcast, then I would create an Honest Marketing or an Honest Podcasts YouTube channel. So similar for you, if you're creating this podcast as a part of your business's brand, you want the YouTube channel to be for your business. So you can also post other videos there, like feature videos, testimonials, webinars and events and things like that, and use the podcast as a way to drive traffic and awareness of those other things that you are doing. So you'll definitely also want to set up a YouTube channel to host and distribute all of your video content. So then once you've got all that set up, you've got the name of your show. You know what you're going to talk about. You started recording episodes. You've edited some of those episodes, and you've put them into distribution platforms like Buzzsprout and YouTube. It's time to launch. It's time to get the word out there and actually get this thing going. The best thing you can do right off the bat is create and publish a short teaser early. So the reason that you will want to do this is, one, when you're getting listed in apps like Spotify and Apple Podcasts, they need a live episode in order to publish in that app. And each one has a different amount of time that it takes to get approved in their platform. And so that allows you to start the process early to make sure you're available everywhere once episode 1 comes out. The other reason is that people can already go ahead and start subscribing to your show on the platform that they enjoy listening to podcasts on, so that when episode 1 comes out, you can get a lot of downloads right away. So create a short teaser trailer that you can publish everywhere ahead of episode 1 so you can start getting the word out. And then use every single marketing lever at your disposal. So mention it in your newsletter for the weeks or months leading up to the launch of episode 1. Use your social media platforms, both personal and the company social media platforms, to let people know it's coming out. Share that great podcast artwork that you came out with in order to raise awareness and so people know that it's coming. Internal team communications. If you have a team or a company of 100, 150 employees, that could be your first 100, 150 listeners if you tell everybody about it and give them a link to go and subscribe and listen. Share it with your friends and family. Ask yourself, who do I know who would enjoy listening to this show, even if it's simply to support me, and share a link directly with them. You can run a contest or a giveaway, giving out an Amazon gift card or something like that as an incentive for people to subscribe to the show and maybe even leave a review in a place like Apple Podcast, and feature it on your website. You're already getting website traffic to your business. Why not also tell them they can go and listen to a podcast? And so if you have a drop-down menu somewhere in the top right corner of your website, or a features section or something like that, put your podcast, your new podcast there, and have a page on your website dedicated to your podcast. In short, every marketing lever you can throw at your podcast, especially at the beginning, take advantage of it, because that will help you build momentum early on. Well, hey there. I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Honest Marketing Podcast. If you want to watch the entire episode, you can click right here and watch it right now. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you get new videos every single week.